Okay, I'm seeing a power reroute from the electrical systems.
Just watch the outlets. The grid's unstable.
That's two. One more system and we'll have power for the ADS.
Isaac, I cracked the Ishimura's Metsai reports. They're a fucking horror show. These things mold any dead tissue into a new form. One kind infects corpses, and the rest...
Make more corpses to infect.
That organic shit on the walls, that's dead tissue too. The crew thought it was a habitat changer. Isaac, I'm gonna run some diagnostics. I think that's death spreading.
Elizabeth, it's Jason. I came to the bridge looking for you, but it is completely fucked. I'm not sticking around in case whatever did it comes back, and neither should you. It looks like the admin staff went to the mining deck to meet up with the other survivors. I'll head there too. If you aren't with them, I'll find a way to contact you. I promise. We got it. The ADS cannons are back online. Wait, auto-targeting offline. Calibration data not found. Fuck. No auto-targeting. The cannons are useless.
What about manual targeting?
You want to go out there with all that shit raining down and target the ADS cannons manually?
If I give the cannons enough targeting data, it'll recalibrate the system. You got a better idea?
Christ. I'll open exterior access. I hope you know what you're doing. What's the plan?
I'll sync a few of the ADS cannons to one of my tools. I target an asteroid, the cannons take it out, and I recalibrate the system.
We're out of options. Do it.
Security request retrieved.
Oh, God. Someone stop him!
This is Second Officer Sheik. I need security here right now. No one's coming. Mike, for Christ's sake, step away from the controls. We need our first officer. Captain Matthias is dead. The captain's dead? Vincent's security team is dead? Who's left? Step away from the airlock. That's an order. Who's left, Chief? A crew full of uni fanatics? Eckhart screwed us good, didn't he? If a CEC director could go that bad, maybe the whole company's rotten to the core. Just like Aegis 7. You think CEC won't send a rescue team for their precious planet cracker? Think twice. We just need to hold on. Yes. You probably should.
No, stop!
Oh, boy! Goddamn fool! Steal it! Do the airlock now!
Entering zero gravity. Syncing targeting system. targeting system. Calibration complete. Cannon auto-targeting online. Warning. Hull integrity compromised. Syncing targeting system. Calibration complete. Cannon auto-targeting online. Syncing targeting system. Data migration complete. ADS recalibrated. Auto-targeting systems enabled.
They're back. The ADS cannons are online ship-wide. Thank God. Engaging autopilot. Get yourself inside, Isaac. I think I figured out our next move.
Exiting zero gravity. Exiting vacuum.
Isaac, Hammond, I just intercepted a transmission for medical.
Someone's down there?
See what you make of this.
This is Senior Medical Officer Nicole Brennan. Medical is a sanctuary. All survivors, please join us.
Nicole, I'm going back to medical.
Makes sense.
I'll head to the crew deck and look for survivors from the bridge. I'll be in touch.
The crew deck. Wonder if he knows something we don't.
Clearance confirmed. Clearance confirmed.
Yo.
Flight deck tram control.
What's up, what's up, what's up? Jesus. That was weird. But that's cool. Sorry, I do not remember that happening at all when I played through this initially. Anyway, but that's cool. Where did y'all get dinner? Do you remember the name of the place? Or was it, or did somebody cook? Yeah, I will say that was the thing that I do kind of remember being about Greenville is like, and that just like areas like the service was not always great, but the food was like always pretty good. Um, my favorite place to go used to be the Trapdoor. I don't know if it's still. It's probably still there. I think I looked it up, and like when we were talking about it last time. But that place was my favorite, because partially because it was like fast. Yeah. Yeah, it was Belgian or some kind of European. But I just always got like steak and fries. Like so I don't know what the rest of the food really was, to be honest with you. I just always got steak and fries, and then sometimes when I was feeling adventurous I'd order a beer. And more often than not they'd serve it to me, which is something. Yep, that's it.
Medical.
I'm just gonna leave them alone. I don't have to really waste time on them.
Now arriving at medical.
For the chemical lab.
What? You said the chemical lab? I can barely hear you.
I don't know if Poppy's Tacos was around when I was around. Nosedive sounds familiar though, yeah. Yeah, Nosedive. Yeah. I don't know if Poppy's Tacos was around when I was there. If it was, I just plain don't remember it. But yeah, Nosedive, yeah, I remember that one. I forget the name. I did not remember, but yeah.
Daniels, the door to medical just locked behind me. Hello?
Another survivor. At last. You'll be safe here. I'm a doctor.
Is Nicole Brennan with you?
You're not here for sanctuary, then? Well, Dr. Brennan's currently engaged. Shall I send you to her?
How about you unlock these doors and I'll find her myself?
Are you that selfish? You might let something in. Or out.
Shit.
So, you've decided
Oh, also, do you remember in the original Dead Space, do you remember the cannon minigame where you had to shoot all the asteroids and how aggravating that was? Do you remember that at all? Because what you had to do was basically like run outside the ship, like down like a section. Like it was like you had to like sprint down and like get in cover and like just kill some enemies. And then when you got to the like turret, you actually had to like aim and destroy basically like all of these asteroids protecting the ship. And it was like really, really like difficult. Or at least like playing it for me was like very difficult and like aggravating and like one of the hardest parts of the game. And they basically like reworked that whole section. So now like you go outside and you hook up to the computer and you like use your weapon and then like basically like press X to call in like the strikes on the asteroids, and you do that a few times. It's like so much easier. Like, oh my god.
Kindly avoid disturbing my other patients.
What is this?
Research, of course. I'm so close to finding that missing factor. A unitologist would understand.
I hate this. But how is the cast? Are they cool? Are they funny? Are they boring? Oof. Yeah, that is kind of young.
Clearance confirmed.
Yeah, she doesn't have that like spry early 20s optimism. Oof. I'm convinced that I am like, to be honest with you, I am very convinced that's like most directors of whatever this generation of directors is. Like I'm convinced that's all of them. Because Maria has that all the time with like directors and designers at the opera, and I don't know, that just seems to be a reoccurring theme that everyone seems to have. Well, you know, I mean, it's, you know, like, one of Maria's, friends that she's, like, done, like, some costume design work on, like, like, one of her, like, next films, and they're talking about how, like, basically their budget is kind of fucked, and her friend, who is the director, like, didn't know anything about it, and she's like, oh, shouldn't you know that because you're director? She's like, well, I'm the director, like, I'm not in charge of, like, budget and stuff like that, like, I'm just in charge of, like, making the movie, and it's like, alright, but, like, is a budget part of making the movie? And there's, like, so many like, theater directors that, and, like, stuff like that, too, where it's just like, how did y'all get to this point with not being, like, organized at all? Oh, jeez. Yeah, you need to have a idea, vision, and stick to it. Which, of course, that can, like, change over the course of the, like, direction process, but, like, not, like, you know, a week before, a few days before, anything like that, like, nothing, like, drastic. But I think there's a lot of, like, artists and, like, well, just directors and, yeah. And I just think there's a lot of directors that are scared of making a damn choice if you want to quote Robin Russell.
Just the ticket. The trial is very promising. Trial? You'll be back at your post in the jiffy with CEC none the wiser. Unless you don't trust me. No, of course I trust you. Let's, give it a shot.
But, you know, I can't really always...
Volunteer 9 is a young male.
I don't know.
Testing my new tissue regeneration formula.
Yeah.
I expect death within the hour,
but, you know, like, it's... Sometimes I feel like some of the people who, like, have the best ideas never get to put them forward or never do put them forward because in theater and film and, you know, dance, like any kind of performance, like, driven kind of art form, there's such a necessity to perform and be good, and that, like, it's not something, like, for an art form that encourages trying stuff and failing, it really doesn't offer a lot of room for failure when you, like, get a good opportunity or a good chance, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you're always like, you know, they say in movies, you're always remembered for your last movie. Doesn't matter, like, how good your other stuff is, you're remembered for your last one. What's a Shakespeare play, like, if you know, speaking of, like, 1940s Timmons of Athens, what is a good, like, is there a good, like, Shakespeare play set in a decade you think that should be done that people haven't done or not done enough, you know? If that question makes sense. Because I do find those things... okay. Because I do find those, like, kind of interesting. Like, mostly from a costuming kind of standpoint. I think more than anything. And, like, set design. Like... You know, like something I know that sounds like probably kind of boring, but like I think Twelfth Night makes a really good contemporary Shakespeare play, just in terms of like, you know, we exist now in like a very like non-binary like gender as a spectrum like time, and you know I think like Twelfth Night can really explore you like. You know, like really be like great for that kind of exploration right now, especially when like trans rights is like a huge like talking point. Wait, you're not Nicole Brennan. Wait a minute. Wait a damn minute. Something.
Medical is a sanctuary. All survivors, please join us.
Yeah, hold on. I don't know like what it like really is, but like I just correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like Pride and Prejudice is like going through this like kind of resurgence all the time lately. Like I feel like it's just like everywhere.
This is Senior Medical Officer.
Shipwide transmission override. Isaac Clark.
Just a trick.
Isaac. Isaac. Make us whole.
Isaac Clark. All right. Dr. Brennan's nearest and dearest. We were colleagues, you know. Dr. Chalice. Mercy. Are you the reason the marker won't begin? That's it. Convergence is installed. She's meddling. How is the question? But even if I was to ask, I suspect you're not the talkative type. And I haven't fully explored the cause of death as that missing factor. Dismemberment. Now, I think you're on the right track there. Try and relax, Mr. Clark. Convergence is so close. Maybe your death will tip the balance.
locked down to one of the offices. Must be Mercer's. I can brute force the internal doors, but you will have to reach his office and lift the lockdown manually.
Hey. Yeah, and that thing isn't like, he's not quite like Mr. X, like chasing you around, but like he pops up in some of the rooms going forward, and it's like he can't die, so he just keeps regenerating. Yeah, definitely not. Sorry, I'm just reading your chat now because it wasn't popping up on my screen correctly. Sometimes, I don't know, sometimes the chat on this doesn't always, like, flow right or something, I don't know. Haven't quite understood it yet. That's really cool. Yeah, my suggestion was gonna be like much ado, was like much ado and like maybe like late 60s, early 70s, like that kind of like decade. I think Afrofuturism, much ado is like really cool. Yeah, I agree about the 50s Shakespeare. I I don't know about a 50s. That is tough. Honestly, my first instinct is either just like Othello or Merchant of Venice for the racism.
Local door protocols corrupted. Rebooting system. Please stand by.
Who's there?
Oh God! Hold on. I can help you.
Not me. Save hydroponics. We're all dying. Air's poison. But there's still time. Her enzyme will work if... She just needs liquid nitrogen. Save us!
He was right. Air quality is dropping ship-wide. Something's poisoning the oxygen in hydroponics. If we lose our air supply...
He said we could fix it. He came looking for liquid nitrogen, and there has to be some in the cryogenics lab.
Okay. Not like we have a better option. I'll clear you a path to cryo.
Door protocols rebooted. Thank you for your patience.
Yeah. I also love that that's like kind of when you find out like, oh, the air is like poison, like you've been breathing in this fucking hallucination like kind of stuff, and the whisper sound design that you've been having in your ear like the whole game is basically like the hallucinations like forming.
Detected.
Shameful, Mr. Clark. Fourth. Sing me to liquidate my research subject.
Keep catching the duck. There's gotta be. Here! There's emergency bed controls at the security checkpoint. Go! I'll try to lock him out!
Maria brought home these like Halloween like ghost Kit Kats. But they're flavored like French toast, which basically means they're kind of like cinnamon, like sugar Kit Kats. But they're really good. Yeah, I like Kit Kats. Like Kit Kats are also like one of Maria's favorites. But they I didn't have a problem with them like or anything, but that like I liked them, but they weren't like a favorite of mine, you know. But since moving here and going to like the Asian like supermarkets and like stores where they have like all these different flavors and shit, like now I like it definitely jumped up there, like I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, clearing. Mercer pumped that gas in from hydroponics. If the air's already that bad.
Oof, barely made it out of that.
I'll open the other door from the chemical lab. It'll take you straight there.
Yeah, my favorite is probably they have these like green tea matcha like Kit Kats. I really like those. They also have like a Sakura cherry blossom ones that I also really like. Maria likes those too, like the Sakura ones a lot too, but she also really likes the boba milk tea ones, but they have milk tea ones, but they have like different kinds of milk tea, but I can't read like what the difference in the flavors are, but there is slight differences in them. So if you like milk tea kind of flavors, that's a flavor they have. They have like strawberry, of course. Um, it's like it's like a smorgasbord of like kind of flavors. You know, Asia, like whatever they have going on snack wise, they really got us beat. Like that is not a joke. The best snacks I've had in recent years have all been like Asian snacks, like period. I swear I keep hearing one in the vents and I'm like, it's gonna pop out! And then it never does. Sorry, I was setting up my phone just in case the chat screws up again, so I can see. But yeah, they also have like a lot of like seafood kind of style like chips, which is kind of like weird, but like, you know, some of the shrimp ones really are not terrible. Yeah, all the seaweed chips are like pretty nice. Also, like, I don't know, it's like funny because like some of the like you have to be careful because like if it's like a Japanese brand and it says spicy, then it's not gonna be like really spicy at all. But if it's like a Korean brand spicy, then fucking get ready. Like you're got like it's hot, you know? Like yeah, Korean spice can be like kind of out of this world in a lot of ways. God, also like my neighbors are very heavy steppers, and when they're stomping around, sometimes it sounds like someone's like stomping up behind me, and when I'm playing a scary game, I'm just like, wow, wow, like just turn around, and I'm just like, what the fuck, what the fuck? Nah, it's like, you know, 4D audio. Set it on fire! Set it on fire! Those things? I hate those.
Clearance confirmed.
Yeah, it's like the little dinosaurs on the Jurassic Park movie. They rip apart the little girl. Oh my god. Forgot about those. Yeah, I think I must have, I think I repressed those. God, Cloverfield was, I really liked Cloverfield. But I'm also really a sucker for any kind of hidden footage film. Like that's my like guilty pleasure in terms of like film genres is like hidden footage films. I don't know why, like I just really love that kind of like subgenre, if you will.
Level 3 security clearance required.
Like one of my favorite like superhero movies, like I would say in like top 10 is I don't yeah, like I don't remember the name of it, but I would say that like found footage one where it's like there's like they're like teenage boys and they find like an asteroid or something and it gives them like all these superpowers. Chronicle. That's it. It was released in 2012. Chronicle. Michael B. Jordan was in it. Michael Kelly was actually in it too. But the main kids were Dane DeHaan and Alex Russell. I mean, it's really not like terrible. I mean, I think it's got a really good like premise. I know, like when I was first reading the cast list, I had a moment of like, huh.
Seeing Gardner unleashed is almost worth losing my other patients. But you and Dr. Brennan have delayed me enough.
If you've heard Nicole,
I have never shown anything but courtesy to Dr. Brennan. Can you say the same?
I can say I'm not a fucking murderer.
Speaking of courtesy, fixing the Ishimura's engines. Our homecoming will be truly divine. And I doubt even you can stop a convergence event fueled by the entire population of Earth.
You take these things to Earth, it's all over.
Only for the faithless. Humanity will be made whole, Mr. Clark, with or without you. I'd say you've chosen your side.
He's like, yeah, dude.
Isaac, you okay?
I stopped that hunter. But Mercer's gone. He wants to take these things to Earth, Kendra. You have to seal the captain's nest and warn Hammond.
Okay, I can seal the nest, but I haven't been able to reach Hammond since he went to the crew deck. Isaac, our air quality is falling fast. If you've got liquid nitrogen, we gotta fix hydroponics.
On it. Keep trying to reach Hammond. Mercer, I don't think he's done yet.
Yeah.
Isaac, the hydroponics tram station is sealed off. You'll need another way there. Take the tram back towards the hangar, then head to the repair station. Remember where you took that broken tram car off the tracks? There's an access door in there that'll take you to hydroponics. Got something, Isaac?
Let's call it a tissue sample from Mercer's pet hunter.
Careful. Who knows what mad science went into that thing?
Maybe I could find out. Figure out what Mercer's up to. If I'm fast, there has to be a DNA scanner close by.
I mean, I'm sure, like, all of these do sound like small problems when you're just sitting up in a room at a computer and not, down here fighting for your life. Yeah, stop complaining. I want you to work hard, okay?
Medical. Now arriving at medical.
Yeah, it's like how a lot of modern games have the squeeze through a narrow passageway. Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, I can understand that. Are you still at the theater? Like sleeping, like staying
Beginning
the night?
DNA analysis. Match found for Grant Harris, mining contractor, Aegis 7. Registered physician, Dr.
Damn.
Chalice Mercer. Warning. Severe DNA abnormalities found. Rig tracking is available to trace possible contagion. Authorize.
Harris, what did Mercer do to you? Authorize.
Syncing logs and points of interest to Rig Locator. Thank you for your commitment to public health.
Damn, I'm sorry, dude. Yeah. It's really just like a series of unfortunate events, you know? Yeah, which I still think how they, like, handled this whole, like, storm thing is, like, so wrong, because, like, I think her name is, like, Nancy Mace, I think is her name, like, she's a representative from South Carolina, and she's been in the news a lot lately, and, like, apparently today she sent out this thing that was titled, like, Hurricane Relief, and then it was all about, like, you know, stopping, like, trans people and mutilating children, and it was just like, what the hell is going on?
Surgical log. Dr. Chalice Mercer. Copy the message with him. I convinced Rubens to show me the video feed from the colony. It's remarkable. We've finally seen what I've sought all my life. The miners, this transformation, the divide death itself. Kine is erring on the side of caution. His faith has been shaken by these necromorphs, as he calls them. How strange. When my own faith has been so richly rewarded. With or without Kine, I must study one of these creatures. Or the next best thing. Brennan's patient, for example.
Yeah. Didn't you know this used to be just such a nice neighborhood? What happened? This used to be such a nice neighborhood.
Flight deck tram control.
So do they have like any kind of like estimate day when they'll like have power back, or it's just kind of like it'll happen when it happens? Well, my fingers are crossed for you. I really hope it's fixed for you by then. pop out. Alright, I'm gonna call it a night here for tonight because I gotta get up tomorrow, go to work. Not too early, but still. But it was cool hanging out. And my fingers are crossed that you luckily get power tomorrow. Good night, sleep tight.